Alright, we're gonna see if we can beat this today. I'm not gonna rush it. I would like to see as much content as possible because I like this game a lot. We might open by watching the final cutscene. My understanding is we can keep playing after seeing that, right? Because there's this entire new region we've just unlocked. Doing this will not change anything about the world of your character. When the cutscene's over, you'll still be right here and can keep playing if you want. Perfect. Nice, Chaos. I think I've officially decided that Bloodstained is a Castlevania game, so I now have a lot of games competing for time in the normal schedule, but I'm going to do my best to fit it in some upcoming Monday. Some folks say endings don't matter, but other folks would like to know how things turn out. Trains running again, Prisco thrived. They didn't have to do it while on fire because some cow attacked their wagon. This wacky turnip crown, Emperor Norton served an example of profound and abiding weirdness to the citizenry of Frisco. Became a mecca for comedians and comedy writers and comedians who played musical instruments as part of a comedy act. Nice. It blows my mind that the turnip crown ended up being that important for the endgame. Doc Alice opened a free clinic in Frisco and lived out the rest of her days as a practicing doctor. Frisco's loose moral atmosphere and the opening of a mercury mine ways down the peninsula meant she stayed too busy to worry most days. You can get anything you want at Alice's clinic. Except for Alice. I've been to the actual Alice's restaurant. It's pretty good. It's a motorcycle hangout. Hobart Buppert got the photography bug. Photography owl. Yeah, go for it, sir, since we've already passed that point. It's fitness group. This is cult. It's skyrocketed in popularity. Hurts till it hurts. Mr. gained enough knowledge about El Vibrato technology to start building his own. Spent all their time staring at computers in their hands instead of talking to one another. Oh no. I love the font on the title of the building. Phone's bad, you know. Paralife. Nice. Norton steals your train in the third act becomes about getting it back from him. Oh. That's what happens if you don't have the turnip crown immediately when you arrive here. That's cool. Poor Chuck. That accident or investigation. You won 4 of the reenactment scenarios at Fort Memoriam. They still talk about you. When that Bill fellow came through, yeah, he was really, really good at this game. Hangin' Judge Roy Bean's Jelly Bean Museum game to talk of the town. First way to build a town nearby. Thriving Metropolis. Let's see if I can see the little plaque with my name here. You bought a very long, very narrow house. Of course, your adventure, you helped 56 people. You weren't whistling Dixie when you declared your intentions. If you'd been Catholic, he definitely would have sainted you if you'd asked. If you wouldn't have asked, she would have. Nice. In 1906, all of the remaining cows in the West were simultaneously activated by some kind of signal from hell. I never did finish any cow quest lines. Gang of rodeo clowns swept in at the last minute and slaughtered the herd just before it reached Dirtwater. All the townsfolk of Dirtwater had a hard time sleeping for the rest of their lives. 420 years later, deep beneath the ground, ancient machines silently stopped doing the thing they were built to do. It's probably fine. You and everyone you know are dead by then, and most of humanity has moved to space. Gosh, I hope so. Credits of Loathing. Whistling. That's great. Hey, yeah, I need Mega Booth. I should stop by these guys if they're there next time I'm at PAX. In the end, I also enjoy Kingdom of Loathing. This is a one-way train. There's no sense in going in there now. What have you got? Nothing I need right now. Near identical houses as far as the eye can see. It sounds like Frisco. So normally there'd be a quest line involving the train that I've basically skipped, but there's still stuff I could do other than that. Do you like custard? There's a good custard stand out this way. Is it in a graveyard? No, it's just a custard stand as far as I know. The last custard stand. Good God, it's bad. Alright. Fine custard. Custard Man Stan, and I make custard like only Custard Man Stan can. Tell me about your custard stand, Custard Man Stan. But it's the last one? Like, the last one before you get to Frisco? Last one in the whole world. Give me them sweet custards. Oh wow, these are pretty good stats. I sort of, kind of have access to infinite money, but I'm gonna hold on to my meat just in case. Time for me to blow this custard stand. Masco's Comedy Shack. Cow-shaped ice sculpture. Interesting. Ice is immune to poison. Shock and awe. Turn the combat speed down after this one. Soul fragments. I turn this one down a little bit. I know some songs on the soundtrack are louder than others. Gotta find the button eventually. Thought it was right bumper. There we go. Masco Shafter's name. Comedy's the game. You here for a thigh-slapping good time? Skeleton walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Wait, it's a horse, not a skeleton, sorry." Bartender asks the horse, "Why so long in the face, buddy? Want to hear another one? Alright, hit me." Guy walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve goblins here." Oh, I forgot to mention the guy's a goblin. Anyway, the end. Here's a good one. Take my wife, please. Please? Hit me with another one. Give me a perk for this. Just flown from Canada, which is weird, right? Because people can't fly, except in balloons or gliders. Wasco, you're real bad at this. You're bad at the stuff you do. Dumb things, probably. Ask for beer and a mop. Bartender says, "What's the mop for?" Scar plays because I'm a skeleton. It was really cold yesterday. Supposed to ask how cold it was. And that's it. Walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, 3 legs at night. Seriously, you aren't good at comedy. Your timing is terrible. Timing! Uncle Alex thinks he's a chicken? Oh, he's gonna do Abbott and Costello. Third base. And now he's starting to repeat one. I'm telling you sincerely, you should quit. Pretty decent banjo player. Hey! Funny haha yuck yuck jokes, oh my. Smell that? Got super wino powers. Moonshine still. Deepest delve mine. Let's keep going where we're going for now. Jar of moonshine under the spout. Increases muscle, mysticality, and moxie by 9. Man, that's OP. Requires moon bits to make more moonshine. Okay. Blossom gin. For using the Grove of Zarkus as one of those Elvibrado monoliths inside. The monolith of Zarkus is not turned on. Use our battery. I get the energized effect. Nice. I gotta stack that a couple times right now, haven't I? Yeah, I've got like 3 stacks of it. I can, even though I need to rest to progress a quest, I don't want to because my stats are so high right now. Fix. Coal Smasher. Oh boy, a toolbox. All I had it was a gas cap. Try going into the main entrance real quick. Climb down. A floor to ceiling shaft, that makes sense. An impassable cave, and don't even try to pass it because you can't. Helpful. Alright, just that gas cap, I guess. Classic dungeon exploration problems, right? Thinking you are approaching progress, so you go back and check and see if it's a dead end the other way. Alright. Percussive maintenance. This elevator has a lot of things wrong with it. Alright, good hype. Go to level 2. Glad I got a chance to use that perk. I've unlocked it pretty late. Nice cover, but it's bare. Wade in and fight them. Oh, I forgot to use my buff ability. Hopefully it doesn't get me killed. This one, strong medicine. Should have died of poison now, the guy at the top, yeah. Oh, he's so close to dying from poison. Bummer. Nice. Goodbye. Stock certificate and more strangely spelled sarsaparilla. Does a turnip crown serve any other purpose other than to resolve that side quest? Pretty good hat. Nice. You hate this spiral. Vibrato Cross. Positively thrumming with plot significance. Nice. Alright. 6 of them, huh? $30 muscle to push it. Ready to be grabbed. Child's bracelets. Too small for you to wear, even if it wasn't too colorful for you to wear in public. So I can probably do that from the top floor. Not great, not terrible. Ooh, don't kill Alice. Well, that sucks. I think her deaths aren't permanent, though, if I recall correctly. And the hammer. Nice. Oh, you don't like this spiral at all. You've seen those spiral symbols elsewhere in the game. My arm is a single line, how can it be too small? That's mighty suspicious. Alright. Of course, it landed in the one spot where there wasn't an enemy several times. Oh, I forgot to use my buff again. Shit, that might get me killed. Probably should have summoned more snakes, just so they have other things to attack, you know? It keeps buffing their stats, yikes. And debuffing me. I can make them waste their debuff on the snake. The snake still poisons stuff even if it's debuffed. Ouch. These guys should both die of poison, I think. Let's try to whack dudes that are close to death but not quite there. Two poison guys in the bottom right should be able to go down eventually without me having to work too hard for it, I think. That debuff gets really nasty over time. -3 to all stats, stacking over and over. Golly. Alright, let's just start murdering people. He won't die on this turn, so I should do something else to kill him. Let's see. What all choices do I have? Not terribly many. So I can turn off the combat nerd mode thing. You can see how much poison he has, right? Okay, so he should die now. Heal myself a little bit here. For regular medicine, snake medicine. I haven't really had the opportunity to buff that yet, fortunately. Hopefully this goes okay. Hooray! Didn't play Skyrim off stream without Cumberland's to say. Not recently. 3497. Get safe Kraken out of the way so we don't have to worry about it. Potionology's easy to max out, it looks like. So it's quick on the draw-ish. I don't actually use bad medicine too much, given its cost. Trying to grab anything that's really cheap to level up, right? Okay. You get pretty OP at the end of this game. Pickaxe plus 50 muscle. Insert a keystone. To the portal. Brado Control Center. West something containment power offline. I need to get more. I think I still have more punch cards to do technically. Place the cross-shaped L by Brado device in the machine. Power offline. Positronic resonator detected. So I must interact with some other place later on. The east and west of this location. Let's get that big meat nugget. Activate the winch. It's a button labeled smash. Super dense coal. Tremendous amount of pressure applied to it. Nice. I might wander here. Crowbar. Pretty standard stuff there. Shambling skeleton of a man with a lumber axe and a big bushy beard. Either the skeleton of a lumberjack or the skeleton of one of those Johnny-come-lately axe and beard fans. Nice. Black. Oh yeah, he's kind of buff. Still not buff enough to hurt me significantly, but... Well, I guess I could probably... I think he counts as a skeleton, right? So I could probably insta-kill him with Alice. Bearded skeleton. Curious False Mountain. The beard was obscuring the main tell that the thing is a skeleton. From there is a stick figure, I think the only difference was the shape of his eyes. You could probably plug up all these holes if you were strong enough. Be strong enough. Nice. What's strange about these rocks? Some of the rocks aren't real. It's not going to take any of your guff. Put the guff right back in the bag and make sure you get a twist tie so it doesn't get stale. It's got pretty high stats. Let's try to keep him from killing Alice. Stack a bunch of poison on him, potentially. I don't understand what causes the snakes to land in squares like that. But I seem to be safe. Basically wrecked. Cool. This might be the chamber I was looking for. It's definitely one of the largest hexagons you've ever seen. I'm sure you'll stop eventually. I've tried before. This is the best I can do, and this is like years and years of unfettered growth. I can't get anything on my cheeks or much more than peach fuzz on my upper lip. I don't like it. Place the cylinder. Primary Stakusam. Select secondary Stakusam. What else is in here? Sort of battery into the monolith. You learn the El Vibrato word for Roberto. Great. Time Squeezer, Chrono Key, Local Power, select Local Power Destination, Roberto Containment, Chrono Key Fabrication Center. Let's do Military Coffee Maker. Okay. Time Squeezer. Increase Time Squeezer power. Chrono Key. Initialize Chrono Key fabrication. It's a weird El Vibrato thing you found in the woods when you were 6. Thing's been there the whole time. That's pretty awesome. Goes back in time and places it there for you to find it. Yeah, the whole time. Alright. Matter pipeline corruption detected, okay. Let's go to the coffee maker system. Mess with it. As you're staring at it, figure out what it does. A mouse runs into the hole on the left, and at the same instant, a mouse skeleton skids out the hole on the right. Huh. Push the skeleton back through. Machine must be some kind of time tube. Marvelous. Put something in the left hole. Oh wow. This is cool. Super dense coal. You get a massive diamond. Cow's bane seeds. Bale of cow's bane. Cheap wine. Decent wine. Decent wine. Fine wine. Bottle of vinegar. It comes out ruined. Nice. stick of dynamite. Old stick of dynamite. It's unstable now. Piece of El Vibrato scrap. Came from a headband? That's interesting. Oh, that's lame, Raker. Full Moses. Entire crop of cows being dried and wrapped up in a big bale, and since that Vatican decree back in 91, all bales like this are intrinsically Christian. Ah, it's a Christian bale. You're very proud of this diamond. You've been with it ever since it was a giant lump of coal. I'm gonna find this Roberto containment. Curious flat plane. Curious generally is a prefix that means this is El Vibrato related. I'd keep going, but I'm not animated for climbing. Call OSHA. Check their belongings. Punch card, scraps, and rod. They haven't got any grays yet. Andrea is pretty heartily gray at the top of her head because of physics stress. Emergency cash decloaker. Man, I've got so many of these. Terminal, nice. And I know when it's cloaked, I guess, I wonder. Okay, so we need another cylinder for that guy. Power offline. Gotta figure out what building this technically is. Inasmuch as it's possible to describe an emotional state to it, you would guess that emotion to be upset. Fucking wrecked. That must be all those stacks of energized. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Plus 50 muscle. Oh, no, maybe it's plus 10 total. Oh, it was terminal all the time. Local power terminal. How about... Interesting. I don't think it was called planetary garbage disposal before. Guess it only gives you the options that you don't have yet. Maybe that's it. Alright, let's try it, see if it's planetary garbage. Warp over there. So you decide to fight her. Of course I am. Battery. Then I need 30 Moxie just to get down here. Okay, so this is not the planetary garbage facility. Hornswogglin 5. It's a giant skeleton. Tabloid photographers, paranormal investigators, cryptozoologists.
Focus cut.
Hey, thanks for the follow, TV. It's awesome. Alright, let's see if it is Roberto containment. There's nothing else in the room, though. Okay. Raid the hive. A nearby hive of Viking bees. Okay, I just get meat from it. I was like, is this gonna be a unique combat? Do they make a Viking bee sprite? This is not Roberto containment. Okay, so I guess I gotta get something else for this room for it to work. Another cylinder, maybe? Let's see. Jeweler's cabin. Jewelry shop inside. Hello, a customer. Welcome to Master Gerald's jewelry shop. Goblin Jewelsmith? Huh. Because I can understand Goblin Tongue. So, is it just lucky that I've had Goblin Tongue the entire game? Or are you pretty likely to learn it pretty early? I've got a giant diamond. Huge diamond ring. Breakable ruby. Fluvius emerald ring. +3 maximum AP, that's pretty good. You're betrothed to adventure. I think I want that more. Well, +7 to all stats is pretty good. Didn't get it early. Yeah, it was one of the first events I did, I think. Goblin celebrity gossip and the crossword puzzles have already been filled in. Is the goblin's bed? Maybe? Alright. Alright, 5 XP for plucking my eyebrows. Fight the robots. Abandoned mine, let's do it. Mine-splaining, nice. Strange silvery crystal. This crystal is silver in the sense that it is silver color, but not silver in the sense that it is not made of silver. Nice. Hey, more percussive maintenance. I used to joke that I accidentally invented frosted tips in like 1994. I had a rat tail and frosted tips, and then I had a rat tail and blue hair and a black trench coat and white contact lenses. Eventually I just grew out my hair so it was as long as the rat tail. My mom had some weird, like, when I got my first haircut, she's like, "Oh, his hair's so long, I want him to lose all of it. We should save some." And it's the rat tail. Or a punch card, food cube, scraps. Okay. Gonna have to fight these snakes to get through here. Fair enough. Well, deploy snake doesn't really keep up in the end game. I guess it acts as a way to keep the enemy from obliterating you quite as quickly, but... Oh right, forgot about that. Yeah, I'd like to get these snakes on my side. Be pretty nice. Mulch just got smaller. Alright, 1363 XP. And things suspended on. Tap out some of these abilities. I don't know if I'll look at them anymore. Mind splaining. Not that it was all that useful anyway, given the track layout. Nice. Oh, what's up with these weird rock lines? Hey! Alright, complicated El Vibrato punch cards, very exciting. Even more of them. I've got a cylinder to replace that other building. Fantastic. Yeah, they just stack a bunch of El Vibrato spots in the last area. Third region. Meat veins. Oops. Cultist camp. Poorly ventilated for a campfire. Maybe that's why there's no one here. Dear Jeff, got called up north to deepest delve. See you soon. Praise be Roberto. Sincerely, Jeff. With name Jeff. This is a shelf containing an infinite amount of sarsaparilla. I guess the cultists tend to have sarsaparilla, don't they? Yeah, sarsaparilla. Sioux City sarsaparilla? That's a good one. So I think we want to start by going to Curious Flat Plain. Or sarsaparilla, right? Trick them out of the ring. Oh wow, I've read Hornswoggle not work before. Silent arm. Stop selling it as it causes cancer, huh? I've heard people in movies pronounce it sarsaparilla, but I assume it was just like a southern accent thing. Place a cylinder. Local power terminal, weather adjustment terminal. I see. And send all of it to Roberto Containment. Weather adjustment machine online. Garbage terminal, garbage return. Nice, 33 pieces of scrap. I think I've had sarsaparilla before at Ohio State Fair. Oh, what the hell is this? Did you do that? You shouldn't push any buttons you sticking out of the ground. Next one might blow up the moon or something. Warning may blow up the moon. That's weird. Alamo rents a mule. Nice, Saki. I'd like to rent a mule. Please remember us in the future if your horse breaks down. Do you mean this bracelet? Thanks a bundle. It's a real tragedy there are so few selfless and kind-hearted people like you in the world willing to do a hugely dangerous favor for a total stranger without any expectation of a reward. Yeah, sure. Scorpion got in my coffee and I drank half of it. I could have. I'd like to have an argument. Oh no, this is abuse. Olive Garden's homestead. Technically, you direct him to follow your nose. Howdy, stranger. I'm Olive. Olive Garden. Thanks. You know, there's more than 2,000 different breeds of cactus. I'll be. Wonder if I get extra dialogue with her because my foraging stat's so high. That's fascinating. Sterilize cactus spines over hot coals. You can use them for sutures. Well, I'll be darned. Saguaro cactuses, those are the tall ones with the arms you probably picture when you think about cactuses. Those would be 160, 170 years old. Gosh. Probably think I'm silly, but I think of these cactuses as pets. They're like my big green prickly children. You know, if you love cactuses so much, why don't you marry one? You're the first one to suggest that. I'll tell you what, I would absolutely, positively marry a cactus if I could find one that wanted to marry me. Alright, I can resolve that. Cactus beer, cactus bits, coffee cactus, clownwort pollen, loco weed, done all these before, agave, shockweed, Frisco poppy, that's new. Reduces mysticality by 11. Haha, NIMBY joke. Why don't you marry my cactus friend? I have found just the gal for you. Godspeed, Cactus Bill. Do some sweet, Bandalore tricks. What you would call a yo-yo, the modern patent for that won't happen for another couple decades. Planet hopping, looping the loop, and three-leaf clovering. Look how happy she is. Good luck to you both. Maybe I should shave. Wonder what our children will look like. Nice. You're allowed to hiss. Sounds more like a burr. Which you first believe you're being attacked by a cobra. And it died. Try to skin the frozen snake, but it shatters when your knife touches it. Goblin with a big pompadour haircut. He's like Elvis? I don't know what's real anymore. Talk to it. Gelvis, big time goblin entertaining her. The goblin sings a rowdy, honky-tonk style song that you can't follow very well. It seems to be either a jail or a hotel, and either some shoes or a dog. Well, thank you very much. I got his flashy boots. It's one of those weird things, I don't know if anyone's ever experienced this before, where you become really familiar with the parody of something before you become familiar with the real thing. So, like, most historical figures I knew in the context of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, I guess the ones that are featured in that movie, before I encountered them in, like, actual history, so it's really hard for me to disentangle what Socrates was actually like compared to Socrates. It's kind of a similar thing with Elvis. I think I was more familiar with Blue Suede Goo from Clay Fighter before I had heard any Elvis songs or recognized the reference. Holloway's Hideaway. Go there now. Squirrel droppings. Which I can't clean up, it looks like. I get a weird perk for stepping in squirrel shit. Yeah, okay. Barrel used to have pickles in it, now it just has nasty old pickle juice. Maybe I sell pine cones to squirrels. Oh, this silver pin. No, I forgot about that. Something to do with his old pickaxe? Starts chattering wildly in squirrel. Putting away, never mind. Let me see what you're selling. Clip-on bow tie. You would never wear this, but maybe you'll find a child that needs help getting ready for a funeral. That definitely sounds like something that would happen out west. Jar of peanut butter. This is a jar of Gimlet peanut butter, a brand primarily noted for arguments about how to pronounce it. Jiffy. Pine cones. Well, am I short a shovel right now? I guess I went to that place earlier that burns through them. Maybe there's more Holloway stuff I can get for him later. Let's go check out the final cutscene. Hey, more yo-yo tricks. There's a tree stump here with a raw plucked chick sitting on it on a plate. So I started walking over to take a closer look at it when a shot rings out. See a woman wearing a black chef's hat, blowing smoke from the end of a revolver. It's Hornswoggler. Beg for your life. Please don't kill me. 0. A backcountry chef magus. Mom's like, you choose .gif. I've always gone with GIF. Cooking pistol. See what's up with that. +9 mysticality. Oh, now I can shovel them. I didn't have a shovel before. Perfect. I wonder if he'll be happy that I cleaned up all the squirrel shit. Nope, he doesn't care. Raid the hive. .gif. Well, you could use a hot cup of coffee. Considering the times we live in, that has pretty much always been true of anyone I've ever met. Yes. Could be exotic about coffee. It's coffee. Is it from, like, animal droppings? It is animal droppings. I'll wash the beans first. I am not drinking cat poop coffee. I noticed you didn't describe it as delicious or even good. 500 meat. You might as well say 11-3 jillion. Do you want a cup or not? Yes. Hey, but then throw the coffee at her. Fancy coffee. Yeah, Andrea got some when she was in Vietnam to give to her old advisor from grad school. Skeleton moseys up to you wearing a leather vest, chaps, and a rancher-style felt hat bleached white by long years in the sun. He has a tin star on his lapel that says Texas Ranger. Walker? Offer assistance. For a bandit leader named Dirty Jim Deeks, who, based on the date on the poster, probably been dead for at least 50 years. Schmooze your way to the quarry. What follows is a long montage of you and the ranger hanging out in the seediest bars you can find, asking circumspect questions about old bandit gangs and who once claimed to be whose son. Meet a guy called Trashy Mike Deeks, and after a lot of booze and palaver, he tells you where to find his grandpa's grave. Skeletal bandit sitting on his own gravestone with a board from the lid of his coffin across his knees, cleaning and reassembling an old revolver. A leaf falls from a scraggly graveyard tree, and when it touches the ground, 2 shots ring out. Dirty Jim collapses into a pile of loose old bones. The ranger turns and nods to you, touching the brim of his hat in salute. You salute back and he tosses you his tin star before collapsing himself. Nice. Texas Ranger badge. You hear the one about the Texas Ranger who got so mad at a scrap of cloth at a big party they could only bellow a single incoherent syllable? It was a real Texas Ranger rager rage rag rah. God. Hornswoggler 5. I don't really know how to tell the difference between desert sand and beach sand. Are you Davy Jones? I'm a huge fan. I have all your albums. Can I have your autograph? Rainy Jane was really underrated. Man, Hornswoggler 5 is pretty valuable in the endgame. Apparently its name was Sigix. Alright. Let's see. Cap shooting Annie soon. Try to go for Dickerin. Quick on the draw. Humans in history are more adventurous. Fort unnecessary. This key-shaped elbow vibrato device hums as you approach the floating window and peer through. Where you see a busy city street, metal vehicles you can't identify move past at unimaginable speeds. The window is thankfully far from the road they travel. Every 15 seconds or so, a strange metal and glass rectangle about 6 inches by 3 inches falls past the view of the window and you hear a man's voice shouting, "Crap. Is it a cell phone? Grab the rectangle next time it falls." Oh, that is a nice rectangle. Plus 11 Moxie. You know having it makes you better than other people. Harried-looking young woman in a military outfit darts in front of the door as you enter. Sure, I'll help. Captain Harriet Davenport. What's the problem, Cap? Give me details. Scout who's blind as a bat, a cook who can't figure out how to make corned beef hash on toast, a guy who can't load and fire a cannon without blowing up, a guy who somehow, and I can't for the life of me figure it out, is too bow-legged to ride a horse, a kid who was sent here because he can't figure out how to tie a bow tie. We have infinite goblins living in our storage shed. Wow! Let's look around here then. 11 Moxie is an offhand item. Oh, I guess it is a strict upgrade, isn't it? I forgot I was wearing something that was Moxie-based. Take a quick look at all of my gear. The problem is I spent a lot of time giving temporary upgrades to stuff, so it's a hassle to switch to anything. I have many melee options, right? Or a way to see what the base damage range on something was before. Six to 7. It's worse than the toilet pistol? Oh, no, I think it's actually strictly better. End up using the huge diamond ring. Spit-soaked pants give me armor and speed. Speed's not super important. Boots give me plus 4 AP, which is kind of hard to drop. G. Williker did a pretty good job as a general's personal assistant when I got fired and reassigned here. A+ boot polisher. I've got a clip-on for you. I could also help him out for 45 Moxie. Finally gets around without poking himself in the eye. Nice. What seems to be the trouble? Try to help him with the metaphor. What if you thought of the toast as a shingle? The corned beef as shinola. A roadmap. Alright. A shoe. your elbow, your head. Okay. So it's always the same first 4 things, then always the same second 4 things. I bet it's... Oh, I wonder if it's random which one it helps him understand it. It's easy enough to brute force, though. Put the corned beef on the toast, just like shinola on a shoe. Okay, is it like a shoe shining thing? This horse has 4 left legs. They call me Private Bowlegs. You're bent so far out I can hardly touch both knees at once. Walking hurts like the dickens. My legs are too wide. The horse slips out right between them. I can ride a mule, though. Bend his legs back. Nice. Because there's alternate solutions to all of these involving stats versus going to like the meal place to rent one. Cannon loading for idiots. Oh, yeah, I found this forever ago. It was in an earlier region, I think. Take the stick back out before you put the cannonball in? Oh, that certainly sounds easier. It's great. Important gun storage, no goblins. Barely recognizable as individual goblins. It's the same general rule that we've seen with infinite fight locations. You reduce the magnitude of Fort Unnecessary's goblin problem by an amount. Private Blindman still doesn't have his glasses. Disposable binoculars. Alright. Frisbees or clipboard. Snap to a salute and marches out of the fort. Cool. Alright. Shoot Nanny. Quick on the draw. Let's finish off Dickerin first. How does your mustache stay on? You must be here for conquering. The raiding party is about half a mile that way. Jeez, the Elbow brought out battery. More energized stacks. I think it's 2 per stack, which is kind of insane. So it's going to be hard to finish that final quest. It requires days to pass. You're surrounded by Frisco Vipers. Fantastic. Don't land on dead squares, please. Alright, cool. Okay, I gotta kill them fast. That poison's gonna wreck me if I'm not careful. Frisco Viper skin, I wonder if that's any good. +3 to all stats. You don't want to be the person who shows up to the party wearing multiple hatbands, do you? I don't know if I can remove any that are on it. That's too bad. You get 1 chance to equip a headband, I guess. Dig it up with your shovel. Ride away coolly and nonchalantly. Keep riding with any acknowledgement of what you've seen. Very smooth. Testing horse craps. Alright, more rainbow snakes. We need to try to kill quickly. I think I do have an antidote just in case, but still. Oh shit, wrong one. I think I'm okay though. Cutting it close though. Partner with a large hammer interrupts your journey by leaping out from behind a rock and shouting, "You damn ghost won't get me, I'll hammer you back into the grave where you belong." Sell him an anti-ghost charm. Winchester Mansion, okay. Actually is, I think that's in San Francisco. You scratch some fancy-looking squiggles onto the head of the hammer with a penknife and carve +1 versus ghosts on the handle. Nice. I don't know if the Winchester Mansion's an actual place I can approach. Redirect. Gotta be more ability or areas down here to the south, right? Kurt's fit? You running away from something? Something really slow, like a desert tortoise? No, I'm jogging. What? Jogging? I invented it. It's like slow running. Where I'm from, we just walk. It's about physical fitness. Bears aren't an issue. They're pretty goofy. Not gonna prevent your ankles. But let me see if you can catch me. Still need to watch Good Omens. It's getting pretty high on our list, our backlog. We've been watching this show on Netflix called Easy. I don't know if anyone's watched it. It's pretty good. It's an anthology show. Haggle with them. Buy a driftwood weapon? Hat? Shield? Driftwood sculpture. As an anthology show, it's kind of all over the place whether I like an individual episode, but there's a lot of like really good modern stories about communication and relationships, where I'm like, man, it's kind of refreshing that this was resolved by two rational parties who care about each other. Hey, Retro, how you doing? I don't think she has anything new for me, right? I can always use more needles. Best written bad show ever. It's like junk food for wiki walkers for anyone with history or religious studies courses. Right on. I feel like I've either played a game, watched a movie, or watched a TV show that was like that. That was like bad, cheesy junk food, but like incredibly well executed. I'll have to think about it. He's gonna take his hat off. Use reverse psychology. How fashion goes, right? Fashion, what do you mean? Oh, wearing a hat that's on fire. It's all the rage now, isn't it? Everyone's doing it. I see it everywhere I go. There's even a milliner in town that's selling them pre-burning. You don't have to light them yourself. Aw, burning top hat. +8 mysticality. Orange swaddling. Sheriff's looking for 3 fellas dressed like bandits pushing a barrel. Not 2 fellas dressed like bandits and 1 fella in his underwear. Thanks, partner. It's pretty great. Alright. May have been an earlier random event. It's a barn dance. Join in. Did one of those before. Branding ring. Don't think I've had that before. This is a method for ranchers who want to brand their cattle by punching them. No wonder the cows came home. Like the hell calf. Tainted milk. I don't know if I have too many more areas to unlock. Rainbow snakes, potentially super dangerous. Hope that shooting Nanny hits the right ones here. Wow, shooting Nanny, that was garbage. Should be ashamed of yourself. Okay, I need to check now and see if I've got antidote of any kind. Hot damage. Cure of the poison status. And I threw up. Wonderful. And the hammer this guy. Nice. Should be okay to finish this one off now, I think. Let's see, how many hit points do I have? 75. If he poisons me again, I think I'll be okay. Oh shit, I just wasted a really good item. Whoops. I don't know that I have too much in the way of difficult content coming up, though. Maybe it wasn't as good as I thought it was. It didn't damage the snake at all. Oh, last custard stand. I am clams digging. Give me that shell. I am interesting. Geez, this language. Can seeing a shell? Shiny abalone brooch. It's 8 mysticality. Are there any areas down here south of the abandoned mine that I should be detecting? Stacks of energize, I'll take it. God, these snakes picking my buns. One thing I'm not talented in is AoE damage. Shooting Nanny's a total crapshoot. I got a chance I'm gonna need to buy more emetics. There might not be more areas down here to explore, Chaos. Okay. I'd like to try to finish the El Vibrato quest line. I've made a lot of headway on it. I need to figure out exactly what I can do still. Go talk to the professor and see if he's got ideas. I gotta find Roberto's containment. Maybe I did find? Hold on, let me see. I'm just gonna try to do everything that's possibly El Vibrato related. Let me make one of each of these things. Okay. Now that I have all this extra scrap. Might also try to go to the educational facility, which I think was the well. Yeah. You might be able to learn a few more words. Lasso that sucker. It's the problem of bypassing combat against skeletons that Alice doesn't level up. Put in a large punch card. Okay, I guess I've learned everything there is to learn. Did that already. Auditory nuisance. Finished this already. I might just be done with this whole area. Alright, so other El Vibrato related places we had Humming Cave? I may have actually finished that, but I'll check it. Humming Cave. Oh, because I have the thing that lets me find secret stashes. That's cool. I guess I've seen suspicious rocks like that before. Interesting. Another stack of Energize. What am I looking at right now? 8 stacks. Golly. I wish I could like make notes on things on the map. I've got my notepad that I'm currently trying to track, but alright, let's see. Humming Cave. I don't think I finished the circus, right? Enter the circus. Still can't go to the stage show. A large plush cat. Large plush owl. Large plush bear. Gives me bonuses to those things, okay. Still haven't found his bottle cap. Tepid candy. Alright, maybe there's nothing for me to do here. I thought maybe I could like bust the people out of the freak show, but Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal. I want to say Dutch Evan Mine was also El Vibrato. Okay, just the Breadwood one, which requires me dropping all of my boosts. I brought a brooch, plus 11 armor, sense resist. We'll switch back to the brooch later. Put the battery in there. Toggle quick gate. Well, now I know what that says. Push the first one. Oh yeah, that spawns unlimited El Vibrato, I remember now. Giant untrustworthy mechanical kitten. North Central Positronic Reactor online. Alright, so where else had... I think other places that had El Vibrato stuff. So I don't think I noted things specifically that way. I don't know what the Dave Yard... I still don't have the glass sphere for the Dave Yard quest, unfortunately. The Shaggy Dog Cave is pretty funny. I don't think the Shroom Cave had anything. Could try finishing the quest to Reboot Hill, but I don't think I have enough. I think I just have a 1 in 3 chance now. Give it a try. Talk to everyone else I could possibly talk to, and the extra clue that I got was... it didn't let me remove any options, unfortunately. Yo. Madeline was my first guess. Oh. Oh, okay, so I get 1 guess per day. Alright. Well, that's either Leilani or Leslie. I need to pass days anyway to finish other quests, so it'll be one of the last things I do. Redwood, Abandoned Well, which I think I'm basically done with. Curious Cops, there might be more to do there. It must be late at the start that resolved into a sad-looking ghost. Unable to speak, it just makes a sad woo noises. It's a huge millstone. Good luck with that ghost. Judd Nilsson died when a millstone fell over on him. You wedge it with a couple sticks. Those are definitely just sticks. Oh yeah, this was the coffee maker. North Central Construction Facility online. Terminal corruption detected. Primary terminal. Select secondary terminal. Refreshment 5, temperature 6. Pipeline terminal. Fluid pipeline, organic pipeline, power pipeline, matter pipeline. Planetary matter teleporter. Southwest Construction Facility. Select source. Interesting. Solar array. We want 462, it says, or 56. 53, 450. Because I can try to maximize the power, right? 513, okay. North. .606 might be as good as I can get, right? If I'm understanding that correctly. Coffee maker. Increase refreshment. Decrease temperature. Oh, I have to set it to refreshment 5, temperature 6, I see. Perfect cup of coffee. Increases speed by 9, maximum AP by 3. That's kind of crazy. Alright. Construction terminal, select construction. Municipal construction. Antipsychotic sedative system, local bridge beacon. Planetary temperature containment array. Corruption detected. Power offline, matter pipeline offline. Okay. I don't know where I can get power from here. I'm trying to think what places I've been to. Probably guess the solar array is where we want power. Maybe that's the trick, is knowing to use the solar array for all of this. Okay, so fluid should come from the toilet system or the coffee maker. Organic should come from, I guess, planetary matter, maybe. Terminal. Power should come from the solar array. Oh, it should be the matter teleporter. That makes more sense. Organic should maybe be coffee. They're all going to the Southwest construction facility. Power offline, matter pipeline online. Power. Destination, let's try North Central maybe? This is Trixie. Power online, matter pipeline online, initialize. Small model bridge falls out and clatters to the floor. Maybe there used to be a table there or something. It acts as a blueprint. Yeah, this is a cool puzzle, and it basically requires you to know all the words, which is fun. Construction, select construction, municipal. I think temperature containment is never possible if I'm understanding that right. Antipsychotic sedative. Military, solar destruction cannon. Personnel containment. Auditory personnel destruction. The only thing I was able to make was the bridge. Interesting. These pipelines must interact with some of the other ones I've visited so far. Other places that had El Vibrato. This would probably be about the point in the game where I would start Googling stuff, so if chat knows some of the answers to these questions, you're free to answer. It's a little bit spoilery. What can I do with the bridge? Is there an area I've already been to that I can take it to? Local power destination. Still haven't found the Roberto area. So I've unlocked that several times now. Attempt to ford the river. Alright. Flashbacks to Oregon Trail. The one arcade part of the game. Nice, Jahan. You've been having to rely on mobile only for quite a while, alright? Okay, we got both of those going to Roberto containments, but I haven't found Roberto yet. Yeah, what to do at the bridge and where is Roberto containment? I don't know if it's an area I've already found. I wouldn't mind just mashing wander until I found more places, but I may have already discovered everything on the west coast. Oh really? I could put the bridge there? That's funny. So if I had done the quests on that side... That's pretty cool. I must have something that gives me extra damage against cows. Like, a ridiculous amount of extra damage against cows, yeah. I guess the last question I have then, I think the last side quest that I want to be able to do is Roberto containment, if you know where it is. Quesador armor. Muckclog blunderbuss. It's a bit mucky, but it's basically fine. Nice. Poison blunderbuss. Goodbye. Finishing fan hammer. Now let's grab Dickerin. Alright, let me look up Roberto containment then real quick. It's gotta do something in Deepest Delve Mine, maybe still. It's level 4 that had it. Initialize Roberto containment system. I forgot to come back here after I set the other 3 things up. No country for old gods. Well, whatever that was, it felt pretty important. Oh, I brought a crown. I think that's better than what I have. Cool. Go upgrade it. So Roberto is like an alien god. Seems like. It's funny. I think it was Silver Plater, right? Yo. Plate my hat. Also want to throw the rainbow snake skin on it, Frisco Viper skin. No thanks. Leather goods was, what was it? Bootstraps. Oh, he's got 2 things, isn't he? Here's his damage of a melee weapon. It's the high on mushrooms guy. Speed with a pair of boots. Liquid Bread Brewing Company. Thanks for telling me about this place instead of arresting me or shooting me in the head and then arresting me. A fellow moved in next door selling weird old antiques. He sold me a parchment scroll with a beer recipe on it and promised me it wasn't cursed. Interesting. Athletic Amber, Brainy Brown. This place looks fine. It's the devil. Oh yeah, the guy I gave the headband to. Keep him from hearing weird whispers. Why is it so dark in here? I saw mysteries, things which cannot be properly experienced in the cold light of day. Where's all your merchandise? Let's see what you've got. All-purpose beans. Can serve any purpose if you are a master chef. This is a bag filled with a mixed beans, not in the sense that it contains some of every type of bean, but in the sense that every bean it contains is a mix of every type of bean. Hey, there's a glass sphere. Well, that's good timing. Golden scarab pin, magician's pants. Once belonged to a stage musician, but they're cursed. Fortunately, the curse is that whoever wears these pants will be forever bound to a life of comfort and leisure. Or non-combat encounters. Talking to you, Murray. I must have missed one NPC, but let's go do the evil summoning ritual, which was in the Dave Yard. So if the credits, the final cutscene is the real ending, I think we beat it right in the how long to beat. I just wanted to do some extra stuff on the side also. Dance, magic, dance, magic, dance. Changes. The universe shudders ecstatically around you as the ashes rise and the transforms into the glammest skeleton you've ever seen. It's David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust skeleton. The skeleton of David Bowie, because it's the Dave Yard. That makes sense. Probably gonna destroy him, unfortunately. And he's got a Bowie knife. Ah, I get it. Berry knife, right? This is a knife. Alright. That was cool. I think I was meant to be able to get one of those spheres way earlier in the game, and that weapon would have been really good at the time. I'm almost done. I might finish up this Breadwood thing, and then see if I can turn in another guess on the puzzle at Reboot Hill. But those are the last two things I can think of. And we'll have a solid couple hours for, what do you call it? Grim Fandango. Or David Bowie. Goodbye all of my insane buffs. Alright, so we gotta go to Ghostwood first. Electric Snakeskin. David B., the Ziggy Stardust face paint, the references to David Bowie's songs and the summoning ritual. They call it a Berry knife instead of a Bowie knife as a joke. Central logging permit. I don't have to sign anything to collect it? Are you sure? Holy crap. Nice. That last point of, click on the draw here. Guess I can burn some alcohol too really quick. Well, I might have to rest one more time, we'll see. Here's your login permits. Daily bread. Yeah, the berry, they're just making a joke. Alright. Reboot Hill. Let's try Leilani. Gosh, it was Leslie. Son of a bitch. This is a really cool game, though. Thanks, Chaos, for adding it, and everyone else that helped vote for it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Oh, well, okay. I guess I must have made a mistake or not understood the puzzle because the three guesses I had were all wrong. Oh well. Head back to Frisco. I might try to achievement hunt this off stream at some point. Don't mention it. I'm going to skip through this stuff we've already seen. I just want to see if it says something different for the El Vibrato. So now, Roberto shouldn't wake up in the future. I think the stuff that happens afterward is like these are other quest chains you could have resolved. Kurt's Fitness. Call themselves the Aristocrats. Oh, I didn't realize there's an El Vibrato performer there now, too. It's pretty good after the Shaggy Dog Cave joke. You solved all of Breadwood's problems. Even enough left over to give the mayor's office a coat of new paint. That's new. They even managed to get that horse into rehab. The poor horse. Olive Garden and Cactus Bill lived happily ever after. I guess we just did that too. A wandering band of goblins found that Elvi brought a weather machine you unearthed and formed a cult around it due to the increased rainfall. Both Olive's garden and her marriage were extremely prolific. Nice. Oh, Chuck. Judge Roy Bean, my ancestor. Dirtwater, we saw this one. You helped 67 people. I wonder what the maximum number is. If you'd been Catholic, they definitely would have sainted you if you had asked. But you wouldn't have asked, you wouldn't want to be in any trouble. Aw. And this is just a summary of all the hats you found, basically. I didn't let this play last time, so I'll do it now. That's pretty cool. It has to be a really long, narrow house so they can show this cutscene here, right? So this helps you to track whether you've 100%ed it, if you found all these hats or not. Cool. Never did find the cows. Thanks to your cleverness, the world is not destroyed 420 years later. On the contrary, it remains undestroyed for millennia. Future generations don't know that they should thank you, but they definitely should. Okay, Roberto is contained instead of being released and destroying everything. Gotcha. So that was the purpose of the El Vibrato. The cultists were worshipping. It was like some Lovecraftian thing. Very cool. So I think I only missed one major quest line, and it had to do with the hell cows. Maybe if I had a different companion, one of the companions that was concerned about the cows, I would have run into that more readily. This is a cool game, though. I enjoyed it very much. I'll give credit to someone for whistling. I hope they keep making games like this. And now I kind of want to play Kingdom of Loathing again. It's been so long, I remember basically nothing from it. It would be effectively blind. Cool, we'll take a short break. I gotta move some wires around to get Grim Fandango going, but we should be able to start it in 5 minutes or so. Be back soon. Thanks.